Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Orlando Wizards and the Houston Voygers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Orlando Wizards and the Houston Voygers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run the counter. House. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm going to enjoy this game.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Raymond. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football. And they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
That opening drive for
And this
Houston.
is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January, but there's 20 other teams who wouldn't mind being on that road. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And as I
After the safety, remember, they
safety.
also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
Free kick out of bounds.
Hello,
Kicking team.
hello.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go. 60 out more. Right there. 56. And watch that. And watch the ball. Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Huge blow for the Wizards. Oh no, the Wizards are making too many mistakes.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Here we go.
Houston is starting to hit their stride.
They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Set. 50.
Yeah.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Back to throw. Raymond got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnston. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Raymond. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Raymond, throw left side, complete. That's Johnston. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen. Shake it up. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run the counter. House. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Houston. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball. And
will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw on second down, Raymond. On the crossing route, complete. That's Johnston. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Taken down at the 41. A 1-yard gain brings up third.
On third down, Raymond. That's caught. It's Malone. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A third down gain of 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Raymond. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the opening play in the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's go,
And he'll give it here to his running back. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Looking to throw. Raymond throwing left side here, and it's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Come on, let's go.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
60 Pittsburgh. Time to go, night. Kill. Turn. Come. Kill.
On first down, Brenner. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down. Raymond. This will be caught at about the 6. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Back to throw. Raymond. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. After one, it's 9-0.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And this offense on third down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Operating from the gun, Raymond. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get off the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
These guys are going to advance in these playoffs. They're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Brenner. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down now, House. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Ready. 53, Mike. Let's go, D.
On second down, Brenner. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, he'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Alexander. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. House. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
We want this. Watch tight end. 3 down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. That time a 6-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him. but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Raymond. Under pressure, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun on 3rd down. Raymond, wide open receiver, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Raymond. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Raymond. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
60 or 56. Max 56.
2nd and 2. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnston. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man there is Malone. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the 2nd. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's the first of 2 games here on this wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. But first, let's take a look back at action from earlier. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wildcard game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And now out comes Houston. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to throw. Raymond. And this one's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Taken down, 41. A gain of 1.
To throw on 3rd down. Raymond. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Page. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On the set. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Go, go, go. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brenner. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Looking to throw. Raymond. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
They certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
56. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Watch twist.
On first down, Brenner. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Raymond. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
18 Gator. Check 56. Record. Defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Raymond firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Raymond over the middle, complete. That's Page. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Off play action, Raymond. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry.
On 3rd down, Raymond. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They'll drop to throw. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to retake the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Brenner. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. To throw on 3rd down. Raymond got his man complete over the middle. It's Page. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They go play action here on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. It's Alexander. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Back to throw here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be fourth down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Ricky.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go! 18 Gator. Hey, watch the slant. Snap.
To throw on second down. Raymond. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. From the gun on third down. Raymond. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Raymond over the middle, complete. That's Hammond. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hammond. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Ready?
From the gun, Raymond. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Raymond finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
On 4th down, Raymond over the middle, complete. That's Page. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Break. 53 is the mic. Here we go, here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates it.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Raymond. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
11 yards there, 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On second down now, House. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. House. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swerved him under.
2nd and 11. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Oh, no injury.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Alexander. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You tell me a name, position and team. We can have a custom.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Allen.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll look to throw. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 2nd and 3. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throw on the quick slant. Going to be complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Looking to throw. Raymond. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a 1st down as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Raymond. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Raymond. And he comes back with one complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes.
West Division, Sacramento Condors.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play? I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
He'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
For a 2-point conversion.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On second down, it's Allen trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They stay on the ground with Allen. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll indeed take a knee. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
The team I would go to is the Austin Desperados. TD Houston. Make sure to tune in next weekend for the divisional round. MOG American Football, MOG Celebrating, MOG American Football, MOG Celebrating. Okay.